Adam, the number of bear attacks in Japan has hit a record high. What is going on?
Yes, 7 people have now been killed in bear attacks in Japan since April this year. That's the highest number of fatal attacks since 2006, when they first started recording data on this. And 100 people have also been injured so far this year. That's up from 85 injuries in the past 12 months. Now, most of the attacks are happening in the northeastern regions of the country, and the latest suspected fatality is a 60-year-old man who was cleaning an outdoor hot spring bath when he went missing, and it's believed that he was killed by a bear as well. Now, autumn this time of year is generally when most bear attacks happen in Japan, with the bears preparing to then go into hibernation for the winter. But experts are now saying that climate change could also be a factor in this increased number of attacks, with lower yields of beech nuts, meaning that the bears are hungry and they're heading into residential areas to find food. And a good example of this is a recent incident that took place in a town to the north of Tokyo, when a huge adult bear literally walked into a supermarket and ended up injuring 2 men who were both aged over 60. And that specific town is quite close to the mountains, but the locals said that bears had never come close before. So clearly, maybe the bears are getting more hungry because of climate change, and they're going searching for food, and that's why these attacks are on the increase.
The last surviving member of Sir Edmund Hillary's history-making team that reached the summit of Mount Everest has died. Tell us about him.
Yeah, Kancha Sherpa even. He's died in Nepal's capital, Kathmandu, aged 92. He was only 19 when he was part of Sir Edmund Hillary's historic expedition to the top of Mount Everest for the very first time. That took place back in 1953. That team was made up of 35 members, and Kancha Sherpa acted as one of the porters, carrying all of the equipment. And being part of that team is all the more remarkable because he actually had no prior mountaineering experience at the time. He was responsible on that trek for carrying food, tents and other equipment up to Everest Base Camp. And then he was one of only 3 Sherpas to then go even higher, making it up past an altitude of 8,000 meters. He then worked in the hiking industry in Nepal for another 2 decades, working as a high-altitude porter in the Himalayas. He never actually went to the top of Everest because his wife said that it was too risky, and he stopped his children actually becoming mountaineers as well because of the risks involved. He decided to stop trekking after working in the industry for 2 decades because his wife said, right, that's enough now, you can enjoy your retirement. But he remained passionate about Mount Everest, and he actually did an interview 2 years ago where he talked about how he was concerned about the overcrowding that we're seeing on Everest and the amount of rubbish up there as well. And he urged people to respect the mountain.
Yeah, and I mean, the wife, fair concerns when you look at what goes on there every season in terms of people not coming back.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he would know more than anyone. So, yeah, no wonder she got him out of it.
I don't mean to be grinchy, Adam, but Christmas has come early for the Philippines. Is that a good or a bad thing?
Well, I like Christmas, and I like Mariah Carey, and therefore I like All I Want for Christmas Is You. But I'm not sure I like it this much. Take a listen, at how these fans in the Philippines reacted to that song. Yeah.
They sound like they're suffering mortal injuries. Mortal injuries, Adam.
I know, I'm not sure if they're enjoying it or they're screaming for it to stop. I'm sure they are enjoying it because Filipinos absolutely love Christmas. And that was the first time that Mariah Carey has ever performed All I Want for Christmas Is You live in the Philippines. So it was quite the moment. They love Christmas. They start celebrating in September. September the 1st is when the Christmas decorations go up, the malls. No. They start playing Christmas songs. Yep. I know a few Filipinos here in Singapore, and they call it the Burr month, September, October, November, December. And that is basically Christmas season in the Philippines. So to get that song played by Mariah in person in Manila, it certainly provoked quite the reaction. And I was actually just looking into that song as well, and I couldn't believe it that it's actually earned Mariah Carey $100 million in royalties, just that song alone.
That is the thing about doing a Christmas song, right? You get to haul it back out every year, give it another spin, and cha-ching, cha-ching,
Yes.
the money comes in.
Yeah.
You've got me in
And
a cold
seemingly
sweat.
nobody can actually make... It's only October 17, it's okay.
I don't know. They're starting at September. I'm going to ask our audience about this. Thank you, Adam. That is Adam Hancock, our Asia correspondent.